icLAAo. I can't lose. And if you don't want to lose, watch this video to the end. Look, I was thinking earlier today, and I realized the number one reason that the majority of people never achieve their goals, never have a happy, fulfilled life. There are many reasons why it doesn't happen, but I've broken down to the absolute number one reason why. And the number one reason why the majority of people never achieve anything in their life and stay miserable and broke is because they make excuses. That is the number one reason. I boil it, every single thing can go down to they make excuses. Because for some reason people have been deluded into this false sense of reality that life isn't supposed to be hard, or they're the only ones that go through anything hard, quote unquote. It's absolutely not true. So for some reason people think that life is supposed to be fun and happy and and then I always ask these type of people who think this, like, oh, my life is so hard, man, this is going on, man, I'm not happy. I always ask people, who told you that you were supposed to be happy? When did you get a manual from God that said you were supposed to be happy, or life is supposed to be fun, or life is supposed to be easy? I want to know when and where we received this manual on life so that I can go and take a look at it myself. Because as far as I know, nobody ever said life was supposed to be good. Nobody ever said life was supposed to be happy. Nobody ever said you were supposed to enjoy yourself in life. We are simply here in life, and whatever we choose to do with our opportunity to be in this world is what we do with it. But you're not supposed to be happy. You're not supposed to do anything. You're supposed to do what you want to do. And the majority of people actually want to be miserable because they make excuses. Because everybody thinks, oh, I can't do it because this happened to me when I was younger. Oh, you don't know what I'm going through. Oh, it's because of the economy. Oh, it's because Trump was president. Oh, it's because of Biden. Oh, it's because of Ukraine. There's always an excuse. Oh, it's because because of my cat. There's always an excuse. Every single time you talk to somebody, there's an excuse. I literally texted somebody today, this guy that I know. I was like, bro, like, what's good? Like, you still do music? Because I was going to ask him to hop on a song I'm making. I was like, bro, you still do music? He gave me, before he even answered the question, he was like, yeah, but he gave me a list of reasons why he hasn't dropped anything in years. He's like, man, I'm just trying to stack bread, I'm trying to save it for music videos, all this bullshit. Excuse for why he hasn't dropped music. This is why people don't make it, because they're very comfortable with giving themselves excuses, giving themselves outs, giving themselves reasons why it's okay if they fail. Even for me, even if there is an actual valid excuse that you could technically say is not my fault in any way, I will feel ashamed to use that excuse just because I don't make excuses. Because I believe that everything that happens to us in life is my fault. I believe that life is not supposed to be easy. I believe that it doesn't matter what I'm going through. There are people who have succeeded with a harder situation than me. You are not living the hardest life in the world, bro. So why do you think your life is so hard? This is what annoys me the most about my generation. My generation is the weakest generation ever in the history of mankind. It has to be. I'm 20 years old, by the way. My generation, Gen Z, is so weak. People will kill themselves over tweets people make about them. People will kill themselves over internet shit. People will claim depression and mental health because somebody bullied them at school. People are so mentally weak that it actually blows my mind. Words are enough to just destroy people nowadays. Whereas when we were younger, it's just words. Like, what the hell? I'll be like, bro, when I was younger, I used to get in fights. I've been punched in the face many times. I've also punched other people in the face many times. So to me, if somebody says words to me, I don't understand how that could possibly faze me when I've been punched, when I've actually been in physical altercation. But because society is moving more and more away from aggressiveness, from physicality, from strength, masculinity, people will now just fight with words. This is why on social media people openly disrespect any and everybody, because that threat of physical confrontation has been removed by society, which is why society is becoming weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. It was one of the reasons why society is becoming weaker and weaker and weaker. But what does this go back to my overarching point of the number one reason people don't achieve anything is because they make excuses. People blame society, people blame what they went through, people blame this, people blame that, blah, 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 boo, hoo, hoo. I don't feel bad for any of you, because there are people living in third world countries who are getting bombed, who are just looking for food to get by the next day. And the majority of people living in Western countries with internet and water, you have absolutely nothing to complain about. Absolutely nothing to complain about at all. And this is another point, because when you have a life that is too easy, you need to create issues for yourself. You need to create some type of conflict that bring interest to your life. There was a scene in the Matrix movie there, the architect said that he tried to make humans a utopia where everything that they wanted they had. And it didn't work because humans need struggle. Humans need adversity. Humans need challenge. But because life in the Western countries has become so sanitized and easy and soft, people are now creating all types of bullshit to give themselves adversity, give themselves conflict, give themselves challenge, something. Because life is so easy, which is why people are arguing about things that are common sense. People are arguing about if you can be a man or a woman. This is where we've gotten to in the West, because life is so easy and people have nothing else to do. So now common sense is completely being thrown out the window. But these are the types of people who will forever suffer. These are the types of people who will never achieve anything, because this is the type of that they focus on. Long story short, let's kind of got into a tangent. Long story short, if you complain, you will forever, never, look at me in my eyes. If you're the type of person that complains, you will forever, ever, ever underachieve, and you will never amount to anything. I don't complain about anything that happens to me. Winners don't complain about anything that happens to them. Winners understand that this is life and nothing is supposed to be any way and nothing's supposed to happen. You're not supposed to have anything. If you want anything in this life, you have to go and get it, regardless of whatever you think you're going through. And you're not going through nothing, in my opinion. So if you want to win, stop complaining. Stop thinking that your life is somehow extraordinarily harder than anybody else's, because it isn't. Especially if you live in America, it isn't. Take responsibility for your life. Be a grown adult and win. Or you could be like 99 out of 100 people and complain and blame everybody else and be a loser forever. It's up to you. But I'm a winner and I'm going to win. Winner's going to win, loser's going to lose. Which one do you want to be? I see y'all.